Anxiety and turmoil today in Kahuku Village as a longtime family was served eviction papers. Good evening, I'm Pamela Young, in for Paula Akana.
And I'm Yanji Denise. A family who says it's called Kahuku home for 4 generations may now be forced to leave. Continental Pacific says it rightfully owns the land, but the family's attorney disputes the claim. Andrew Pereira has our top story at 6. Andrew.
Yunji, Pam, the Eugenio family is fighting to hang on to the only home they've ever known. But Continental Pacific says it gave the family every chance to become homeowners.
It was devastation from...
Moving is hard enough, but when you don't want to go, well, that's downright painful.
When I came home, I saw half of my stuff out of the house, and I got very hysterical. I was worried about my kids' animals, my goat and my dogs.
The Eugenio family says it has called Kahuku Village home for the past 4 generations, but a dispute with landowner Continental Pacific resulted in the federal bankruptcy court in Honolulu issuing an eviction order August 1st. Friday morning, that order was served by a team of security guards with movers on hand. The Eugenios claim the men identified themselves as deputy sheriffs.
I asked him if he was a sheriff, and he said, yeah, he was a sheriff. And I said, what you guys are doing is wrong to me and my family. Been here for generations. And how can they do that? It was promised to us to get the land.
The Eugenio's attorney was able to keep the family from being evicted, at least for now.
They had pretended they were the sheriff. And once you pretend to be a state official and you're not, that's a criminal act.
I wasn't there, but I understand that Mr. Locricchio threatened to sue him, and so he backed down and didn't enforce the writ.
In May 2011, Continental Pacific offered longtime families the chance to purchase their properties for $150,000. 15 Kahuku villagers accepted the offer, but the Eugenios were among those who did not.
The house belongs to the Eugenios. They purchased it under the Campbell Estate, former sugar plantation, for $1.
Continental Pacific disputes that claim and says it's the rightful owner of both the house and the land it sits on.
It was sold subject to a month-to-month lease in favor of the Kahuku Village Association. The Kahuku Village Association lease was terminated in 2011. And Continental Pacific entered month-to-month leases with each of the residents out there.
Continental Pacific terminated its lease with the Eugenios in February of last year, but the family refuses to go.
My kids couldn't focus in school. They didn't want to go to school because they was worried that somebody's going to come and take everything.
Continental Pacific says 9 other families are facing eviction for various reasons. The Eugenio's attorney says he will go back to court to fight their eviction. Andrew Pereira, KITV4 News.